Hi guys, Colonel Matt here, and if you want to not look like an idiot when you're around guns, then let me give you some advice. Now the first thing you want to remember is to always follow the safety rules. Now the safety rules for being around guns is that a firearm is always loaded. Even if you know it's not, you always treat it like it is. You don't want the, hey, look at that, it's not loaded, blam. It happens a lot. It's always loaded. 2, keep your finger off the trigger until it's ready to fire. Now what does that mean? Finger off the trigger. Next, you keep it pointed in a safe direction at all times. In this case, it's down at the ground, down range, whatever it happens to be. Keep it pointed in a safe direction. Know your target, what's beyond it, and to what's either side when you're shooting. Now, what does this mean? This means that if I'm shooting at a target at the backstop at a range, I know what my target is. I know what's to either side in case I missed. I know what's beyond it. Usually at a range it's a backstop, but if you're hunting it could be a farmhouse, so you know what's beyond it so that you don't miss or have the bullet go through and hurt somebody. Next, keep your gun unloaded unless you're going to be using it. If you're not having it out for self-defense or you're not at the range ready to shoot, it should be unloaded and ammo should be stored separately. Next, you always want to remember to properly maintain your firearms. Now, if you're borrowing something from a friend, you ask them and say, hey, did you clean this properly? And it's really important, because if you don't, you can have it look a lot like this. Not very pleasant losing fingers and toes. Now, when it comes to other non-safety issues, there's some more things to consider. In order to not look like an idiot, now when you have kids and guns, the usual thought is this.
Hey Matt, look what I found.
But that's not the case. With a little bit of training and some close supervision, kids with guns actually look a lot more like this.
I don't even remember which one I set up.
Alright, I just put up that anger balloon.
Oh man. Somebody shot me. Whoa. They put it on.
There we go.
What's that?
I shot him.
Who hit the? He's hitting me with it more often.
I guess it must be the wind.
Mistook her.
Yeah, I just gotta hope I don't miss.
Problem?
Yep. You won't miss. There's one in the chamber and there's one coming up.
I think we should find a different rifle.
That one's got 2 in there right now.
You also want to avoid any sort of odd reaction when you're around guns. Anything like this might make you look like an idiot.
You're crazy, Mr. Ernst.
Hey, Matt, what do you say? Hey, you don't need that thing on there.
What do you mean I don't?
Hey, Matt, you don't need that thing on your waist. That thing may go off accidentally and blow your leg off.
What do you mean? It's perfectly safe.
Yeah, right.
The reality is, guns are pretty safe. You follow the safety rules, you shouldn't have any issues. Now, what if you drop them or something like that? I mean, they'll just tumble around and fire at random, right? Well, not true. See, if we have this... Oh. Okay, so if we have this and we were to drop it, then it can be expected to not fire. And we can take a good close look at it and see that that hammer is still in an unfired position. Now, for those safety folks, Snap caps, inert. I'm not going to throw down my loaded gun. What does that mean? That means you can drop the gun on accident, never try it for real, and it won't go off. They're designed not to go off. It doesn't mean they can't, and you should rely on them to not go off. However, if it happens, it's not going to tumble around shooting everything you see. So you're out and about, and when you see someone with a gun, and you think, I'm sure you think to yourself, wow, that thing's big, it would blow you away. And in the movies you see exactly that. They fly away 20 feet. Well, is that how it actually happens? Or would you look like an idiot for saying that? So let's have a little experiment here. We have a 10-pound block of ballistics gel. And if we can't blow it away, then we're probably not blowing a person away. Next up is range etiquette. Now, when you go to the range, you got people around you. Now you're following the safety rules. There's still plenty of stuff that you can do to make you look like an idiot. Now here are some examples of things you can do.
So, did you get any Nazis with that? So, how was Nam? Where are you, son?
Each of those make you look like an idiot. Don't do them. You know, if you want to look normal at a range, you know, not look like an idiot around guns, something more like this is a lot better.
Pretty damn good.
Hop round. Mag's not seated.
Thank you. There we go.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
So next time you're out and about, one final thing to consider. First, if you're going out, you probably don't need a vest. If you're at the range, you're just going to look like an idiot. If you're going to the store, even more so. Next, you know, pick a camo style and go for it. None of this mix and match. It doesn't work. In fact, if you're at the range, why are you wearing camo to begin with? You're not hiding from anyone. And last but not least, you don't need this. Your targets aren't shooting back. You're gonna look like an idiot. So next time you're out and about and you happen to be around someone who owns firearms, remember this advice and try not to be an idiot.